Yo, what is up guys, it's me Zach Lee and welcome to day 8 of the 2017-2018 NBA season. The rookies have been pretty impressive for the most part this year. Like, do you remember last year how poorly the rookie class was performing? Outside of Joel Embiid, during the few games that he actually played, and even then he wasn't a real rookie, there wasn't much to be excited about. This year though, so far we have already had some great performances from these young players, and it's only going to get better as the season progresses. And the best rookie from last night, Jason Tatum, hands down. Now, I really hope that Gordon Hayward has a speedy and healthy recovery, and what happened to him is terrible and I wish it didn't happen, but you do have to look for some positive and the negative. And something positive out of the Gordon Hayward injury is that it's forcing the young players for the Boston Celtics to grow up a bit faster. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum wouldn't have been as big of a part of Boston's offense if Gordon Hayward was still playing. Now they are getting some more touches, so when Gordon Hayward does come back, they'll be better and the team will also be that much better. Jason Tatum last night showed us a little taste of what he is capable of doing in this league. 22 points on 9 of 15 shooting, 4 of 6 from deep, and low-key on the defensive end, he has been pretty impressive these past couple of games too. I know he had like 2 or 3 blocks and a steal in the Celtics last game against the Sixers, and he also had 4 steals and 3 blocks to go along with his great scoring last night too. He came into the league seen as an offensive-minded player, but he has been showing that he can become one of the best two-way players in the NBA. Right now he's averaging just under 15 points and 8 rebounds per game, not bad at all. Jaylen Brown also had a good game for Boston as he scored 23 as the two young guys let the Celtics blow a 110-89 win over the Knicks. Speaking of bright spots, literally the only bright spot right now for the Chicago Bulls is their rookie, Lauri Markkanen. He's going to go pretty unnoticed from everybody except for Chicago fans this year, because no one except for the most die-hard of Chicago fans are going to be crazy enough to watch the Bulls play this year. But by the time the national audience is watching Chicago play again, they will love what they are seeing from Markkanen. Last night, he had his best game of the season, 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting and 8 rebounds. He was the guy that a lot of people questioned when the Bulls took him at number 7 over Dennis Smith Jr., but I don't know. Dude is looking like he is going to be a star in the league one day. Right now he is averaging 16 points and 9 rebounds per game, shooting 45% from 3. Yeah, I'm really loving this rookie class so far. Markkanen though, he might be good, but of course he isn't going to be able to lead the Bulls to that many wins this season, as the Bulls lost once again yesterday to the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James, with the Cavs only having Jose Calderon as their healthy point guard on the roster, finally just did it and officially accepted the label of the point guard position, which is basically just a label because he's always been the starting point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But still, he looked like a point guard out there last night, like he always does. 34 points, 13 assists, and 3 steals for LeBron. And D Wade had his best game as a Cavalier coming off the bench, where he could play a bigger role when he was on the court. 11 points on 5 of 7 shooting and 4 assists. This role will be much better for Wade. 119-112 was the final score, and other than Markkanen's 19 points and 8 rebounds, Justin Holiday dropped 25 for Chicago. Other than the rookie standouts, the other thing that has stood out so far about this season has been the unnatural amount of injuries that we have seen. And yesterday there was a scary moment for the entire NBA really, as one of its brightest stars, Anthony Davis, left the game midway through the first quarter with a knee injury and never returned. Kind of good news though, because the MRI of Davis' knee came back negative, so there is no major damage. He is listed as day-to-day though, so we can probably expect him to miss a couple of games. And when the Pelicans have both Davis and Cousins on the court, they can barely scrape by and get a win. So it should be no surprise at all that the Pelicans weren't able to beat the Portland Trail Blazers with only DeMarcus Cousins, and that is despite DeMarcus Cousins once again being completely dominant with 39 points and 13 rebounds. The Pelicans really just have no one else on that team, and it's really sad that they lost to a team that shot 37% from the field and 34% from 3. How the Blazers were able to win without hitting their shots, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the fact that they destroyed the Pelicans on the glass. 63 rebounds compared to the Pelicans' 42. And keep in mind, the Blazers have been one of the worst rebounding teams in the league for the past couple of years. CJ McCollum was the main scorer for Portland with 23, and 103-93 was the final score. Jimmy Butler was out for the game due to an illness yesterday, and this wasn't the prettiest game for the Wolves. Not quite sure what was going on. Maybe they were missing the leadership of Butler on the court or something, because they got absolutely blown out by the Indiana Pacers. I know that Tom Thibodeau was heated that the Wolves let Indy drop 130 points on their head last night. And then on the other side of the ball, Andrew Wiggins was completely shut down. Jeff Teague was completely shut down. No one could check Towns, but Towns by himself just wasn't enough. 12-17 shooting, 28.7 rebounds for Cat. The Wolves only had 27 rebounds on the night. There are players in the NBA that can grab that many rebounds by themselves. And then they also let Indiana shoot 67% from the field. 67! Coach Tibbs probably had to be restrained from choking someone out in the locker room after this game. The effort just wasn't there at all for Minnesota. 130-107 was the final score. For the Pacers though, Victor Oladipo rose from his early grave that he was sent to in their last game to drop 28. Darren Collison was looking like a point god out there, dropping 16 dimes to go along with his 15 points, and overseas rookie Bojan Bogdanovic for sure had the best game of his career so far, dropping 19 points on 9 of 12 shooting. And by the way, Domantas Sabonis, is this the same guy that we were seeing last year? If so, then a change of scenery can really go a long way for players, it seems, as he has been playing really well for Indiana so far. 15 points on 7 of 7 shooting, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists for bonus. And Corey Joseph was also huge off the bench, hitting 5 of his 6 triples for 21 points. Telling you guys, the Pacers could be a sleeper team to make the playoffs in the East once they get Miles Turner back from his concussion. The Los Angeles Clippers remain undefeated on the year. I keep wanting to say good things about this team so far, but I did that last year, and then right after I said the good things started to go downhill for them. So I'm just going to stay quiet, and maybe they will continue to play like they have been playing. And as much as I love Rudy Gobert, one of the best defenders in the league, and was for sure going to be a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year this year, I think Blake Griffin just completely eliminated him from Defensive Player of the Year. RIP Rudy Gobert. Then again, Damian Lillard did the same thing in the past too, and Rudy only got better after that. So maybe this needed to happen in order for him to get even better. What doesn't kill you, I guess, really does make you stronger. Griffin continues his excellent play on the year with 22 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Jordan did his usual thing with 11 points, 18 rebounds, and Austin Rivers was promoted to starter, I'm sure much to Doc's delight, since they're without Milos, and he had 16 points. Donovan Mitchell has been struggling to shoot the ball his first few games, but managed to score 19 points last night on 7 of 20 shooting. 102-84 was the final score. Orlando has some talent. They really do have some pretty good young talent on that team. It's just the front office of the Magic has just done such a phenomenal job of sucking. That being said though, I can't remember the last time the Magic ever had this good of a record. With the win last night over the Brooklyn Nets, they are now 3-1 on the year. Too early to say this could be the year they are finally able to make the playoffs again, but right now they are winning games, and that's all that matters. And it took another career night from one of the young guys to get the dub. Aaron Gordon, monster game, 41 points, 14 rebounds, nearly perfect shooting from the field, 14 of 18, and dude hit all 5 of his triple attempts. Dude just couldn't be stopped at all yesterday, but it wasn't all happy for the Magic players, it seemed, after the game. They had to do some comebacking in the fourth quarter to get the win, and it kind of sounds like Evan Fournier was blaming Aaron Gordon for the Magic being put in the situation they were. I'm glad we got a W, but there's a lesson in this game. We got away from moving the ball, and we can't have that. We are not the type of team that can play isolation ball and pick and roll. Our strength is body movement and ball movement. We basically waited 3 quarters to do it. That's what Evan Fournier said. I definitely shot the ball well. Regardless of the statistics, regardless of the numbers that I shot, I'm going to continue to shoot my shot. I feel that I'm open and that I'm in rhythm. Whatever happens after that is out of my control. I'm going to take what I know I can do. That's what Aaron Gordon had to say. And it may have been a career night for Gordon, but it really sounds like it almost came at the cost of the team's success. It'll be interesting to see how this affects the team chemistry going forward. D'Lo had 29 for the Nets and 125-121 was the final score. That wraps up all the action from today though. You guys can go vote for the player of the day by following the link down in the description box below. Just remember that only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. Yesterday you guys selected Ben Simmons and his 21 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists as your player of the day. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the daily NBA news video dropping later today, and I'll see you guys then. Peace!